Using a good starter is key to making the perfect sourdough. In this video, I'm going to share with you my process of how I prepare my sourdough starter. The jar you're seeing is my discard jar that lives in my fridge, and the black water or liquid on the top. And no, it has not gone bad. It's called a hooch, and it's part of your sourdough starter, and you're supposed to mix it back into the rest of the content until you have this smooth, even texture. So your sourdough starter is like an organism, and over time, as you stop feeding it and keeping it in the cooler environment like your fridge, it goes into this deep sleep or dormant phase or stage. So in order for it to be ready for you to bake with it again, you have to give it the right nutrients and the warmer environment for it to wake up and to get out of that dormant stage. So to begin, we are going to measure our starter. And for this video, to keep things simple, I am going to do or keep the ratios as 1:1, which means equal amount of the starter, water, and flour. And as I was doing that, I also realized that I wanted to make a little more starter. So initially, I was thinking to do 100 of each of the ingredient, but now I'm going to double up the recipe, so the ratio will still stay the same, but the quantities are going to increase for me. So I'm going to measure everything in 200s. So for flour, I'm using this whole wheat flour, but you can use any other flour that you are going to bake with. And as far as the water, you do want to use lukewarm water. So as you can see, I have measured 200s of sourdough starter. Now I'm going to zero out the scale before adding the lukewarm water. And you can use tap water as your tap water is good. It's not too chlorinated. Otherwise, you can use bottled or filter water. So since I doubled up the recipe, now I have to move to a bigger jar, it looks like. So I'm using this pickle jar that I have. So it's important to use a scale for this stage. And initially, as you start your sourdough journey, having a scale is very helpful to measure things correctly. Over time, as you gain experience, you may be able to eyeball things, but at this stage, I would recommend to using a scale, and you don't have to use anything too expensive. Actually, the kit I bought a while back, and it was a full kit. It was for a very reasonable price, and if I find the information, I will link it somewhere in the video for you guys to look into it. So once you have added all of your ingredients, and just to go back to the issue of how much starter I'm using, so for that seed starter info, you can start with as little as 5 to 10 grams, and you can get that seed starter from a friend who does sourdough baking, or nowadays you can also buy it at the bakery that sell it, and then you will feed it multiple times until you have the right amount that you're looking for. So once you've mixed up your starter, you can clean up the sides of the jar and put a rubber band around your jar. And that rubber band is supposed to help you monitor the growth of your starter. And as far as the lid of the jar, you will loosely cover it. You don't want to tighten it. And then put the jar in a warm spot in your kitchen, your oven with the light on, or somewhere with a towel on it. So as you can see, after 3 hours, my sourdough starter has grown quite a bit, but still it's not at the peak. So what you have to look for is that bubble formation in the dome top once it reaches the peak. Hopefully this video is helpful for you and you have learned something from it. Do make sure to hit that bell icon if you want to be notified when we upload new videos. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned and stay well. Take care.